Marjorie Taylor Greene, you put her on a new subcommittee to investigate the origins of COVID.
Yes.
She compared mask requirements to the type of abuse Jews were subjected to during the Holocaust. She called for Fauci to be arrested and imprisoned, and she spread conspiracy theories. How's anyone supposed to take that work seriously and find that work credible?
Very well. You look at all of it, so you have all the questions out there. I think what the American
You think these are legitimate questions?
I think what the American public wants to see is an open dialogue in the process. This is a select committee where people can have all the questions they want, and you'll see the outcome.
Speaker Kevin McCarthy, when pressed yesterday on Face the Nation about committee assignments, later in that interview, McCarthy dodged questions about why he has not made an effort to remove New York Congressman George Santos from Congress. Santos, who lied about most of his resume and background, was awarded 2 committee assignments by Kevin McCarthy.
Be fair to your
level,
viewers.
according to Gallup, of Congress is at 22%. Approval level of journalists is also not very high. I'll give you that. But doesn't it further wear down credibility when you put someone who's under state, local, federal, and international investigation as a representative of your party on committees? I'm talking about George Santos, representative from New York.
We should have that discussion. So let's have that discussion. You want to bring up Santos, and let's talk about the institution itself, because I agree wholeheartedly that Congress is broken. And I think your listeners or viewers should understand what proxy voting was, because it never took place in Congress
But I'm asking
before.
you about George Santos.
I know you asked me a question. Let me ask you.
Because you could put it to a vote.
You asked me a question. I'd appreciate if you let me answer. So let's go through this, because it's not one simple answer. Congress is broken based upon what has transpired in the last Congress. The American public wasn't able to come in to see us. People voted by proxy, meaning you didn't have to show up for work. Bills didn't have to go through committee. So what I'm trying to do is open the people's house back for the people, so their voice is there, so people are held accountable. So now, as I just had in the last week, for the first time in 7 years, every member got to vote.
If you got a third of your caucus to vote to oust him, you could do so. You don't think you could get your Republicans to do that?
I wasn't finished answering the question. So, if every single new person brought into Congress was elected by their constituents, what their constituents have done is lend their voice to the American public. So those members can all serve on committee. Now, what I'm trying to do is change some of these committees as well. Like the Intel Committee is different than any other committee.
So you're just not going to answer the question I asked?
Well, no, you don't get to question whether I answer it. You asked a question. I'm trying to get you through that.
I don't think you've said the name George Santos like once.
Well, no, but you know what?
You're talking about proxy voting and other things.
But you started the question with Congress was broken, and I agreed with you.
Nearly a month after Republicans retook control of the House, most Americans say they are focusing on the wrong things. In a new poll, 73% of adults say House Republicans have not paid enough attention to the country's most pressing problems. Just 27% said they have had the right priorities. And when you listen to that interview with Kevin McCarthy, it's painful. He's doing gymnastics there, just not to answer the question about members, Jonathan Lemire, of his Republican Party that he has put on committees. George Santos, a proven liar who, and I say this with empathy, who doesn't seem well. The extent of his lying and his creation of his own reality is not someone who is fit for the office. And the voters who put their vote to him probably feel pretty duped right now. And Kevin McCarthy can't even address the reality of George Santos. He can't even say it's a problem. You know, we're looking into it. He can't do that. He has to avoid it like the plague, only to then maybe face questions about Marjorie Taylor Greene, a conspiracy theorist who's now investigating. This is his swirl of lies that he has sucked himself into as Speaker of the House. Maybe. He is the maybe Speaker of the House. At any moment, any of those extremists, crazies on the far right, could take away his job.
Yeah, that interview was really revealing as it points to the limits of McCarthy's power, and it's severely limited, that he can't afford to lose George Santos because he needs his vote, and Santos to this point has been a reliable partner with McCarthy. Also credit, by the way, to Margaret Brennan for handling McCarthy's, shall we say, attitude in that interview. Also, of course, the fact that he's had to empower folks like Marjorie Taylor Greene, who's on the fringe of the Republican Party, because he needs their support, too. He's not just put Representative Greene on a COVID committee, even though she spouted conspiracy theories about that. Let's remember, she's on the Homeland Security Committee. She has embraced 9/11 truther theories, thinking that September 11th terror attacks was an inside job. And secondly, Mika, just about Republican priorities, this is sort of what the White House is banking on here, is that the Republicans are going to be so focused on the Hunter Bidens of the world and stuff with Anthony Fauci. They're not going to care about the people's business. And even the standoff over the debt ceiling that's clearly looming, the Republicans seem to want slashing entitlements like Medicare and Social Security, which most American people simply do not want. And that's why there's polling like that that suggests the GOP is focusing on all the wrong things.